And this morning we've been dealing with some light to occasionally moderate snow falling across parts of north, central, and northeast Oklahoma. We're taking a live look at our Midtown cam right now. We're looking at I-44, and you notice that snow is still falling out there, and it's starting to accumulate on the grassy surfaces. You notice a little bit of snow developing, but the roads themselves, for the most part, are in pretty good shape. They are wet. What we're going to have to watch for, though, is temperatures continue to drop below freezing. We could see some slick areas form, especially on some of these bridges, so just be careful if you have any travel plans throughout the day today, especially this morning and early afternoon. Looks like the snow will start to wind down as we move through the rest of the morning. Should be tapering off by afternoon. We could see a few flurries around, though, for the second half of today. So what are we looking for? Well, we're tracking that morning snow across northern Oklahoma, but as we move into the afternoon, we're going to shift our focus down to the south as we're going to have several waves of energy moving across over the next 24 hours. The first one is the snow we're seeing right now. The second one moves across the southern half into south central and southeast Oklahoma this afternoon and evening into the early overnight. It's going to start off as a cold rain, but it's going to transition to sleet and snow as we see that colder weather continuing to move into southeast Oklahoma. And then more light snow is possible tomorrow, especially across east central and southeastern sections of the state. And that's wave number 3 that'll move through tomorrow. First of all, winter weather advisory for another couple of hours around the Tulsa metro and some of the counties surrounding Tulsa. You notice it does include Nowata as well as Rogers, Washington, Tulsa, over into Creek, Pawnee, and Osage counties. That runs until noon. Then further south than that, we have a winter weather advisory that goes into effect at 3 p.m. lasts until 6 p.m. tomorrow, and that's with wave number 2. They will produce some wintry weather later on this afternoon and evening for you folks along and south of Interstate 40. Well, here's a look at storm shield radar, and again, you notice we are seeing some light to occasionally moderate snow, especially where you see some of those darker blues right now, right over the city of Tulsa into areas of just to the north, right around Skytook, and also back around Ponca City, Enid, and Stillwater, where we picked up almost 1.5 inches of snowfall has been reported out around Stillwater and Enid. Here in Tulsa, we haven't had any reports of any accumulations yet, but what we were seeing there on our Midtown cam, we're starting to see some minor accumulations at this point. As we zoom in a little bit closer, you notice what we're looking at is with this activity starting to work its way a little bit more to the east-northeast. You can see the back edge of that now pushing out of Bristow with just some flurries. So I expect this heavier snow in Tulsa for the next hour, maybe hour and a half tops, and then it looks like it should wind down. So it looks like we're going to see some minor accumulations here in the Tulsa area, and it'll continue lifting off to the north and to the east with just flurries possible as we move into the afternoon. There's a live look out at the airport, and again, we're not seeing any significant delays right now out at TIA, but some snow is flying out there at this time. And in South Tulsa, here's a look from the Jinx Middle School looking off to the north, the Cityplex Towers. You notice we're seeing just a little bit of that snow accumulating on the ground and some of that light snow falling at the present time. Brookside cam, normally we'd see downtown Tulsa, hard to see with that light to occasionally moderate snow falling, and temperatures are getting colder. We started off early this morning in the upper 30s. They've been dropping ever since. Now 29 degrees, north-northeast wind currently at 14, and area-wide temperatures upper 20s, low 30s, northeast Oklahoma, upper 30s to near 40 degrees in southeast sections of the state. So you can tell whenever we see some of that precipitation start developing in southeast Oklahoma later on today, that's why it will initially start off as rain, but it looks like it should change over to sleet and some snow fairly quickly as we move through the afternoon and evening. When you add those gusty north winds in, drops wind chills into the teens and low 20s most areas. So you want to find the heaviest coat that you have to be out throughout the day today. All right, future track as we move through the rest of the morning into the afternoon. That first wave I was talking about moving across northern Oklahoma as we speak with that snow. And then as we move into the afternoon hours, wave number 2 is down to the southwest. It's going to lift up to the north and east, initially starting off as a cold rain, but quickly changing over and mixing with sleet and then eventually snow later on this evening and overnight in parts of southeast Oklahoma. That wave will shift on off as we move into the early morning hours. You notice around 7 o'clock, we'll see fairly quiet conditions anywhere from about 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. So a bit of a break overnight, and then wave number 3 moves in from the west, and it looks like we could see more in the way of accumulating snows across the southern half of the state for our Monday. And then it'll move on out. Tuesday and Wednesday look relatively dry. Then Thursday and Friday, another chance for some light snow moving into our area. So how much snow are we looking at? Well, this morning anywhere from about, a quarter of an inch of snow, maybe up to 1 inch of snow in parts of northeastern Oklahoma. Most areas looks like 1 inch or less in terms of the snowfall. Then this afternoon we'll have to watch for the potential for some accumulating sleet and snow in southeast Oklahoma. That's with wave number 2. And then we'll see a bit of a break overnight, and then wave number 3 moves in for tomorrow, and we'll see more accumulations in south central and southeast Oklahoma. In fact, we could see 3 to 5 inches of snow accumulation for you folks in southeast Oklahoma with some isolated 6-inch amounts. So we'll be watching it for you between now and then. Today, though, those temperatures will continue to drop off. 29 now, 27 as we head through the afternoon with the strong northeast winds. All the way down to 13 tonight. A slight chance of flurries or light snow tonight here in Tulsa. 40% chance of flurries or light snow tomorrow, with the heaviest snowfall looking to stay south of Tulsa on our Monday. High only of 26 tomorrow. Warming into the 40s Tuesday and Wednesday, but guess what, Brienne? More light snow possible Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with highs back in the 30s.
Chances of snow almost every day next week.
Almost every day, yeah. You know, February, it's kind of that crazy where we can hit 90 degrees or we get 10 below. So nothing surprises me in Oklahoma.
Aren't we lucky this week?
We are lucky, yes. Spring's around the corner. We know it.
That's right. Things tapped.
Yes.
Well, tax season